almost in Copenhagen, I think. It's about 8 a.m. We will be getting off the ferry at 10 a.m. in Copenhagen, so I think we're just slowly like pulling in. It's quite nice. I slept alright. There was a lot of partying going on in the halls. Like, I swear people were playing bagpipes and running up and down, and I was like, what is going on with all these Vikings just enjoying their Oslo to Copenhagen crossing? It was crazy. And now I'm just going to go to the buffet breakfast and just, yeah, finish packing and then get off the ship once we get in. Hopefully it looks nice when we pull in. I'll be sure to get some footage. Alright, here's where I make my money back. Whoa. Hot stuff. Eggs, yeah. Pretty standard buffet break. Nice view though. The sun is rising and I have scrambled eggs, cheese on a bun, hash browns, Danish pastry, and a coffee. Yep, so basically pulling into port now. Not too much to see, honestly. So I'm just going to go to the room, finish packing, and get ready to disembark in Copenhagen. And just like that, I'm in Denmark. That was pretty easy. You just walk off the ship. No customs, no border patrol or anything. Love that. It was a bit of a shit fight with everyone leaving at the same time, but you know, it was fine. Oh, no, I'm good. I'm walking to the hotel now. These taxis are just beeping because I think they wanted my custom. But it's only a short walk. A short walk on cobblestones. Nothing I can't handle. So I'll drop my bags off at the hotel, and then I just want to walk around Copenhagen and check out, I think it's called like Nyhavn or Nyhavn. I don't know what it is, but it's that cute little street with all the fun little houses, and see the Little Mermaid statue and stuff like that. I've heard that it's a tourist trap and it's really disappointing because it's so small, but like, yeah, it's the Little Mermaid. It's not going to be big. Okay, bags dropped. They wouldn't just store them, you had to like pay for a locker. And I was like, that's tacky, but oh well. And now I'm walking through the Castellet to go see Ariel. The Castellet, by the way, is a citadel. It's one of the best preserved fortresses in Northern Europe. It's constructed in the form of a pentagon with bastions at its corners. And there's a continuous ring of ramparts, and then the page I was just reading from closed, so you get the gist. It's a tourist trap. I don't know why it's so popular. Oh my god, there's so many people. Yeah, and the tourists can be brutal. I stood close to it to try and take a selfie, and some lady was like, "Get out of my shot," and I was like, "Jeez Louise, public beach. It's not even that good." Okay, that's one tourist trap ticked off. Now I'm going to walk down to Amalienborg Palace, which is the official residence of the Danish royal family. There's going to be a changing of the guard happening at noon. It's only about 11 a.m. now, so I might get there a bit early. Stake out a good spot and check out the changing of the guard. And this is St. Albans Church. Fun little fountain in front of it. And here we have the palace. I will say it's kind of a boring facade for a palace, like, you know, compared to the ones that I just saw in Vienna. Like, where's the pizzazz? Okay, so there's actually 4 palaces. So it's like, that's a palace on that corner, that's a palace on that corner, that's a palace on that corner, and like the whole complex is the Amalienborg. So that's something. And this is King Frederick V on the horse. He's the guy that commissioned the whole complex. And then down that way is Frederick's church, which actually looks pretty jazzy. See that? So I'm guessing the current king and our Australian gal, Mary, lives in one of these ones. I'm not sure which. They do all look the same, but one must be a little bit nicer. You know what I mean? On the insides, one must be a little bit nicer for the king. Okay, so apparently the changing of the guard starts at 11:30 at Rosenborg Castle, which is like another castle just down the road. I don't know how many castles you need. And so then they get here by 12. And if the king's in residence, then the royal guard starts like playing a little jaunty little songs. I don't know if he's in residence. There's no like flags up a flagpole for me to tell. I guess I'll find out once the royal guard get here. Whoa. They're just standing there not doing anything. That was honestly a bit underwhelming. It's a lot of just standing there and then walking around. I would have appreciated a bit more choreography. Perhaps a jazz square, maybe some arm movements. I mean, the guy pulled out a sword at one point. That was fun, but then he didn't really do anything with it. It was just a lot of standing around. I don't think that was worth waiting in the cold for, honestly. Oh well. And here we are in beautiful Nyhavn. Hans Christian Andersen used to live along here. So Nyhavn means new harbour. It's been here since 1673. Time for a snack, methinks. Buka. Alright, that was Buka Bakery. Everything looked so good in there, but it was quite intense, like it was very busy, so I thought I'll just get a takeaway. And I just got the classic Danish, which might be a bit simple, but I think, you know, a classic done well can't be beaten. And look at the pastry. Like there's some depth and air in that pastry. Alright, let's try it. It's crispy, it's flaky. Can't wait to get to the middle. And this is Studio Arhoj. Pretty famous design and like ceramics store. Let's check it out. Oh, a Halloween blob. That's fun. A crystal blob. That's a cool shop. I really liked some of the mugs, but I'm just a bit too worried getting them home. Like I just think it'll break in my suitcase or carry on or whatever, so not this time. And this is Dop. It could be the hot dog cart from the bear. I also think I just made that up, maybe. But let's try it. This is the roasted vegetarian hot dog with all the toppings. It's gonna be so messy. Yes, chef. Lego is Danish, right? Maybe I'll go in here. Whoa. Looks like the real thing. Found a Uniqlo and bought some more warm socks and undershirts. I'm ready for you, Scandinavia. What's going on here? Are you gonna make that?
The first canal of the tour. There will be a lot of them coming on this tour, and we are headed straight out into the inner harbor here, in between the big harbors, the southern harbor, the northern harbor, that I'll be showing you guys on this extended canal cruise. The bridge is also known as the kissing bridge because when it opens and closes together in the middle, it actually looks like two people meeting in a loving kiss. Men bare rolig, jeg har set det også. Jeg ved ikke, I ser det. Now to the sea fortress. This is the sea fortress Trikona. So the initial sea fortress was built by sinking a large number of huge old warships, and one of those warships were called Trikona, hence its name. And they asked the Copenhagen Port Authority that owned this place, can we please do something about this whole sea fortress thing? And they came up with an agreement that the municipality could buy the sea fortress from Copenhagen Port Authority for the symbolic price of 3 Danish crowns. Medieval, they literally built a moat all around the building, so there's just water surrounding it and a little bit of a bridge going over, which is completely protected.
That's the ferry I was on this morning.
Already coming up, you guys, are you ready? It's a mermaid, and it's not the mermaid, I have to emphasize, it's a mermaid, but this is her little sister, the genetically modified mermaid. What you're gonna see here is an art installation. It's called the Genetically Modified Paradise, and it's the brainchild of an artist called Bjørn Nørgaard. So he wanted to show people, if we keep changing our bodies the way that we do now, with all those surgery, plastic surgery, bettering ourselves, we won't look like ourselves anymore. So this is it. You see the Little Mermaid, how she's looking. You can also see Eve from Adam and Eve with a lot of breasts. There's also a pregnant man, as you can see. It's just quite fun. So, and you're beautiful as you are. Vi sejler lige nu forbi det igen.
Oh gosh.
So, I hope you're ready. It's the 7 wonders of the world combined into one. Get your cameras up, expectations down. Because coming up is the Little Mermaid from Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tales over to the right hand side in just a few seconds. She's been sitting on her rock out here since 1913, and she was a gift from the Carlsberg Brewery, so beer! And she is made by the sculptor Ulf Eriksson. And I hope you guys have a good zoom on your cameras.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know, what you're currently looking at is on the list of the most disappointing attractions in the world. They're almost identical, so copy, paste. However, there's a difference. If you see on the roof, there's a different amount of chimneys on top. The one with the 4 chimneys on top is the home of our newly announced King Frederick X and his Queen Mary from Australia. And they're actually home. You can see on the flag, there's a little royal symbol. And over to the left, we have one with 5 chimneys on top, which is the home of our abdicated Queen Margaret II. And in a moment, you'll see this beautiful church at the back. That is the beautiful marble church that took them over 145 years to finish because marble is expensive. So the people in the front, ta-da! So the people in the middle, ta-da! Yeah, it plays a tune sort of every full hour. Foran os lige nu. Ikke noget med at røre den, ikke noget med at rejse sig op. Det er jo rigtig dumt. The building that we were passing over to the right hand side here is the Blocks building. So it's got its inspiration from the industrial harbour where you saw all those containers stacked on top of each other, but also with a mix of Lego, as we know over here in Denmark.
Oh my gosh.
He has approximately between 5 to 7 centimeters on each side to squeeze through.
Oh my god.
What do you mean you thought the bridge was the worst thing? No, 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 we have to get out.
Okay, so that was the canal and harbour tour with Stroma. It was an hour and 45 minutes. They also do a shorter 1 hour version, which is just the canals. But I quite liked going to the harbour as well. I thought it was really interesting. There's a lot of great architecture in Copenhagen. And like, so we saw a lot of buildings that are just doing like amazing things with how it's built to like capture natural light to reduce like energy consumption and stuff. So I thought that was really interesting. Yeah, Copenhagen just seems really hip and cool and eco-friendly and like sustainable, and there's all these industrial areas that they've converted into cool things. So yeah, I'm really liking Copenhagen, but I'm ready for a nap. So it's time to go back to the Accom, check in, have a little nap. And here I am at the Go Hotel Osterport, which is right at Osterport Station, like right on the train line. I see that they've left some earplugs by the bed, so maybe the train will be loud. Who knows? But I'll just pop some melatonin and I'll live. But it's quite big. Oh, that's pretty loud. But it's not too clanky. Like, that's just white noise, right? I'll live with that. Yeah, quite big. And they really lean into it. Lean into the train of it all. So if you need your room made up, you say, "My room is derailed." And if you're sleeping in, you say, "Do not disturb, I'm counting trains." That one, the room is derailed one works better than the I'm counting trains one, but whatever. Nice big bathroom. Yeah, so I'm gonna do some napping and maybe some laundry. Okay, I've decided I'm not doing anything tonight. It's a Saturday night in Copenhagen, but I just don't have any energy. So I'm just going to go to a supermarket and grab something for dinner and maybe like breakfast for tomorrow as well. And by the way, my hotel room is all the way at the end of that corridor. And I still have so much more corridor to go. It's the longest hotel I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Like, when I looked on the map, how far of a walk it was to the supermarket. It's like a 7-minute walk, but it's actually across the road from the hotel. I think 5 minutes is just this hallway. I'm still going. Like, I want a night off to not get my steps up. So here we have a super Brugsen. I don't know what makes it a super Brugsen as opposed to a regular Brugsen, but let's check it out. Well, I pretty much just got like a protein shake and some weird Danish lollies, which I can't wait to taste. Check out all the bikes everywhere. Love that. Okay, I'm gonna go eat that in my room and go to bed. I've been walking for 5 minutes. I got a Noda. It's not a soda, it's a Noda. And I also just realized I don't know what my room number is, so I'm gonna have to like tap multiple different ones. But I know it's at the end of this giant long corridor, so that helps. Ay, ay, ay. Nope. Maybe this one. Yes. Good morning. I've just caught the train to Copenhagen Central Station. Had a 7-Eleven coffee because I'm heading to Tivoli Gardens. Because you know I love a theme park. And apparently Walt Disney went to Tivoli Gardens and it's where he got like a bit of an idea for Disneyland. So that's cool. I'm excited to check it out. It doesn't open until 11 AM, so I've had a bit of a sleep in and a restful morning. but I'm excited to get going. There it is. Looks like there's a Halloween overlay. Love that. Where's the entrance? Like, I get that that's an entrance, but where's the lineup of people to rope drop? I'm confused. So I'm only here half an hour early before it opens, because I swear I thought there'd be a line for security, a line to get in. But I think I'm the first one here, unless there's a different entrance, but this does... the maps do tell me to come here. This ain't Disney World, baby. Okay, other people are starting to arrive, so I don't feel like such a dork. Oh, and the gates are opening. So I might be able to get in early, but I did just check, and the rides don't open until 11:15, so... I think I'm going to be able to do all the rides in like an hour if there's no one else in there except for me and that one family. Alright, I'm in. Easy peasy. The problem is, I don't know where I'm going. Hey, it looks nice. Oh. I feel like I have the place to myself. Yes, there's people behind me, but like, it's pretty empty. I'm looking for a roller coaster called Demon. Apparently that's the big one. And then there's another roller coaster, I think, just called Roller Coaster. I'm gonna try and knock those two out first. What a charming little park. Oh, that looks like a roller coaster. Where does that go from? It does feel Disneyland-ish in that it's just like quaint. A nice economical use of space. Very charming and old school. Apparently it comes alive at night where all the lights and stuff turn on, but I don't think I'll last that long because I've got a Katy Perry concert tonight, so I'm just going to try and do as much as I can in the day. Okay, I think I've wasted my head start by rope dropping because I've lost all the people. This is creepy. Oh, it's like a little small world type thing. Ugh. Yeah, as I was saying, I don't know where all the people are. It's not like I can follow a crowd to find out. Oh, this looks like a roller coaster. Where's the entrance? What? Where am I? There it is. Demon. Not open yet. The Halloween stuff's fun. And it looks like they do shows, just like Disneyland. There's a Beauty and the Beast musical happening here. I wonder if that's an upsell. And of course, there's the little merch shops. Ooh, I like this stuff. Ooh, look at those socks. Ooh, you can get hot wine and things. Oh, what the hell? Well, that's not so good. What was that, like pecans or something? I don't know. I dread to see how much that costs. I got that 7-Eleven coffee and I was like, that's cheap. That'll be cheap, right? It was like $8 for a shitty 7-Eleven coffee. Denmark. Not kidding around. Wow, this is such a pretty park area. So yeah, I'm thinking Tivoli's not so much about the thrill rides, but more about the vibe. Just wandering around and stuff. And tiny little rides like these boats. That's not a thrill ride, but it's pretty cute. Is he, you know... that dainty little wrist. And so at Tivoli you can buy a ride pass, which lets you get onto all the rides, or you can buy individual ride tickets. I think it's probably cheaper just to do the ride pass, honestly, unless you just want to come in, do one and then leave. Although maybe there's not that many rides, so maybe just doing a couple of rides is better, but who cares. I've just been hovering around this Demon roller coaster area expecting there to be a queue for me, but still no queue. It seems like they're doing a test run. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, now they've done the test run. Open up the line for it, guys. Let's do it. That was pretty fun. It wasn't as intense as I thought it would be, even though I was like shitting myself when I was up there. And it does do a loop and a fair bit of like upside down work. But it was over quicker than I thought. I liked it. I'll go on that again later. Maybe I'll try this. Oh my god, that's so high up. Okay, so I just did that and I was the only person on it, which was awkward because when you get up to the top and it's terrifying, and you start screaming, you're like, oh well, everyone knows it's me screaming because no one else is on this ride. And the poor attendant, even though it was just me on it, she had to like seatbelt in all of the seats. I felt so awkward. I hated that. Those rides are so scary where they launch you up to the top. Good view of Copenhagen. But then you're sitting there for a bit and you don't know when it's going to drop, and then it drops and you're like, oh, hey look, the roller coaster. I got sweaty hands just from like that 5-second ride. Oh my god, I'm not doing that again. Successful rope drop so far. Now I need to find that other roller coaster. I don't think it's this one. I think there's a bigger one. But I haven't seen it. It's a small place, you'd think I'd find it. And there's lots of different restaurants here. Seems like if you're a Dane, it's a cool place to come on the weekend and just like, even if you don't want to do rides, just chill out and use the restaurants. And here's the Villa Vendetta, which is a haunted house. Oh, it doesn't open till 3 p.m. Might have to do that later. My ride ticket does not include it, so it would be an extra charge, but I don't think it'd be that much. Although it's Denmark, so it probably is a lot. Any good theme park has churros. Wow, Tivoli's really gone all out with the pumpkins. Look at all that. Pumpkins, pumpkins, pumpkins. Okay, I think I found some of the other rides. Maybe. Yes, Rutsjebanen. That's what I want. The roller coaster. Getting lost has really ruined my rope drop strategy. Now I'm in a line. Ugh. So this is one of the oldest operational wooden roller coasters in the world. It was opened in 1914. That was a fun little ride. A few little dips and things, nothing too crazy. It's good. Here's mine. Ooh. Oh, this one's a boat ride. Look at these weird thingies. That was weird. It's like you're on a minecart, but it's a boat. So it's weird doing a minecart roller coaster on a boat. And then you have those little wand thingies, like laser pointed thingies, and I think you shoot gems. It's sort of like, you know, Toy Story Mania or Buzz Lightyear's Space Rangers, but there's no score at the end or anything. So it's kind of like, what's the point? Well, that was 4 rides in 45 minutes, which isn't too bad. Now I think I'm going to go on this thing. Oh, it's going to be good. Oh my god. Well, that was a pretty pleasant ride. Like it looks more intimidating than it is. It's actually quite relaxing up there. I think it's kind of boring, but it's mostly about the view. The views up there are quite nice. Yeah, you see all of Copenhagen and all of Tivoli. It's great. Now I might try this Milky Way roller coaster. Milky Way Express. Well, that was a fun little trip to the Milky Way. I'm finding that the roller coasters here aren't really like thrill rides. They're more just like pleasant little experiences in a moving vehicle. And that's not a bad thing. But yeah, like, it's no Disney World, honestly. But it's cute. It's fun. It's cute. This is the Danish astronomer Tycho Brahe. So a lot of the rides here are like astronomically themed because of this guy. Oh, this one looks a bit more intense. Holy dooly. Yep. Oh, that one actually made me dizzy. Like, starts off just like soaring like an eagle, and then it's like, ooh, upside down, upside down, upside down, like in continuous loops. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna hurl. So that was quite fun. Alright, this one's next on the list. It's looked pretty intense as well. Tic Tac! Oh man, that one was crazy. It's like you spin around, but then your little vehicle is also spinning around this way and this way. Like you go full upside down, and I was like, it's quite fun. Yeah, I really liked that one. That was good. Now I think it's time for a snack. So there's some carnival food options. Nah. Some donuts and cookies. Nah. Here's a Danish hard-boiled candy store. Maybe I should just do this It's a Small World ripoff while I'm here. Apparently it's themed to Hans Christian Andersen. Alright, let's do this, then have a snack. Oh, okay. That's fun.
Steals a tinderbox.
What?
Then falls in love with a princess and causes great trouble, helped by 3 big dogs.
Oh, there's the big dog.
Gets to be king. When a top loves a ball, and she thinks she's too fine, and bounces too high, you know she'll come to a sad end. A lovely butterfly helps Thumbelina sail away. Away
Thumbelina.
from Lover Toad and her ugly son. Many adventures lie ahead. The Little Mermaid left her beautiful undersea home to see the world. She came to love a human, and so made
Tits are out. That's crazy.
Now we come to the story of the most steadfast tin soldier. This handsome tin soldier loved a ballerina. Once there was a duckling unlike other ducklings. The ducks and chickens bullied and bit him and called him ugly until he flew away. All through the autumn and winter he was lonely and sad.
Not that ugly.
The little match girl lights a match to warm her hands and dreams of a warm house with a Christmas tree and roast goose. Soon she'll be far away in a place where there's no cold, no hunger. Can an artificial nightingale sing as beautifully as a real one? Only the real one could bring tears to the emperor's eyes with his song. Then was taken away by the Snow Queen. Little Gerda, Kai's friend, bravely set out to find him. A friendly crow gave advice, and a swift reindeer carried her northward as she searched for the Snow Queen's castle. What do you know when a young lady is a princess? Why, place a pea under 20 mattresses and 20 feather beds. If the lady says the bed was lovely, she's a true princess. Thank you for joining me in my flying trunk. I always enjoy sharing my fairy tales.
That was pretty good. It's just like a 6-minute little ride through all of the Hans Christian Andersen tales with him like narrating it. Turns out I don't know a lot of these stories. I was like, what the hell is this? But no, I enjoyed it. That was cute. So apparently there's a giant food hall somewhere, so I'm trying to find that. I don't know. Look at these peacocks. Peacocking around like they own the place. So I found the food hall, but you can also access the food hall from the outside, not through Tivoli. So you're technically leaving the park, so you can get a stamp to re-enter. So I'll do that. Sushi, Mexican, s'more bread. I've decided on a tree hugger veggie burger from Cocks and Cows. And this better be good because this burger and this soft drink was 36 Australian dollars. Oh my god. It's certainly gotten busier now that it's past 2 o'clock. Not even with people just going on rides, just people just lining up for treats and looking at the shops and stuff. Well, I mean, it is a Sunday, so... Ooh, pumpkins. I find the layout of this place so confusing. I've just been walking around in circles trying to find that Villa Vendetta haunted house, because I looked it up and it's about 60 krona, or about 14 Australian dollars to walk through the haunted house, and it's about open now, so I'm like, oh yeah, I'll check it out. And I walked past it earlier. Heck if I can find it. Now I know there are maps. Like, I struggle to read maps. So I'm just hoping I'll just stumble across it again. Alright, just did the haunted house. It was vaguely Welcome to Derry, like Pennywise themed. Like there was a few like red balloons and stuff. And there's a few different like scare actors who would just go, at you. It wasn't as intense as like Halloween Horror Nights at Orlando. Not at all. I got scared a few times, but mostly because the guy in front was like, yeah! And then, you know, when someone else screams, it makes you scream. And they make you walk like with your hands on the person in front of you's shoulders, which I found a bit distracting. Because the girl in front of me, she was walking too fast. And so I was like, yeah! I don't know if it was worth 60 crown, $14, but man, it was fun. Whatever. Alright, now I think I'm going to head home, have a nap, get ready for Katy Perry, which honestly might be scarier than the haunted house. Her set list, nothing more terrifying for Halloween, honestly. So yeah, Tivoli Gardens, pretty fun place. If you're ever in Copenhagen and you've got a few hours to kill, I reckon check it out. It's right here in the city centre, opposite Copenhagen train station, so it's very convenient. I've spent about 5 hours here, so yeah, it's fun. It's no Disneyland, but it's fun. Alright, I'm ready to go to the Katy Perry concert. I'm gonna go catch the metro over to the Royal Arena. I'm feeling like a plastic bag, and I'm ready to go.
This is the Lifetime Tour Copenhagen edition!
Okay, just got back from Katy Perry. I thought she was pretty good. I think I like her. I feel bad about making fun of her for going to space now that I've seen her and I've, you know, built that bond with her. I don't love the new album stuff, but every time she played one of her old hits, it was so good. Teenage Dream, Fireworks, I Kissed a Girl, California Girls. I mean, I forgot how many bangers she had. As far as the plot goes for the show, it was something like she was a cyborg and it was a like post-apocalyptic world where some evil like AI mainframe thing had stolen all the butterflies, and so she's got to go to different lands to claim hearts, and once she's collected enough hearts she can release the butterflies. And then when she's fighting like mainframe, she's got like a lightsaber and she's like in the Matrix and stuff. It was really bizarre. Like that whole part of it, I was like, stick to the hits. I didn't need the storyline, but other than that, good for Katy Perry. Let her go to space. Good morning. It's my last day in Copenhagen. I've checked out of the hotel and I've just come to Christianshavn, the Christianshavn area, because I have a Danish pastry tour booked. So this I booked with Lost for the Local, and it's going to take me to 5 different Danish bakeries to try Danish pastries. Man, I know how to live. So this is breakfast, obviously. I'm of course half an hour early, so I'm just going to wander around the area a little bit. Nice canal. Nice canal. And then I have a few hours to kill, and then I got to go to the airport and fly to Helsinki tonight. So I don't know what I'll do to kill those hours. I might go to the Round Tower. I think there's another castle, Rosenborg Palace or something like that. Might check that out. Or I might just do some shopping. Actually, I'm not going to do shopping. This place has been so expensive. So this is the Church of Our Saviour, and it's famous for that external spiral staircase that goes to the top. I'm not in a climbing mood today, so I might skip it. But it's been here since 1682. Well, that's when construction started. Wild. I think this might be the bridge we came to on the canal tour, where once you pass the bridge, you turn and you clock that beautiful view. And our tour guide was telling us that this is the most photographed tree in all of Denmark. And it has its own Facebook page with like 14,000 followers who post photos of this tree because of people who were trying to take a photo of that from the canal but end up taking a photo of the tree. Alright, I think I've killed enough time in the cold, so I'll go and meet my tour guide now for the Danish pastry tour. And you watch, we'll do a walk. We'll probably go via these sites that I've just whipped around. Why do I go early to things all the time?
We call this a theebirkes, which means tea. Then you have a remonce cream in the middle, which is a Danish invention made from marzipan, butter and sugar.
This is a morning pastry from the Lancashire bakery. So good. There's like a filling, but you can't see the filling. It just exists. Delicious.
In 1996, so he basically saw the layer cake house and thought, I can do it better. Then raspberry jam in the middle, and glazing, and freeze-dried raspberries on top. And yeah, you like it? I feel like this one is better than the other bakery's version of it. Maybe.
Now we're just checking out one of the market halls. It's a good tour so far. A lot of walking. 5 stops, but for 2 hours. And she said we'll do 10,000 steps. So I don't even feel bad because we're walking off those pastries.
This one is so good. It's just the dough, first of all, is incredibly
Custard Danish.
flavors are just so good. Yeah.
Oh my god, the custard on that one custard Danish, incredible. Our guide was saying it's like all organic and like baked daily, like continuously. And she said that's her favourite type of Danish, so I trust her. That's Rosenborg Castle. This is the King's Garden.
Is one of the oldest bakeries in Copenhagen. It was founded in 1876. And it has been in the same family ever since. So for 4 generations they've kept it. It's definitely a very traditional bakery where they don't mess with the classics. You find the traditional Danish pastries here. Something that we've been making for so many years. It's hard to date when we started. So we call this a romkugle, rum more and something some places less. This is kind of like a subtle rum.
Rumble.
So it's very rich in flavor. It's made from leftovers. The pastry, you add sprinkles or coconut flakes or whatever.
That was good. It wasn't like a rum ball, like we would have a rum ball in Australia. It was more like a big ball of cake with some rum in it. Delightful.
It's from England.
This is a cardamom croissant. Wow.
His own version.
Oh my god, that cardamom croissant was insane. It was so crispy on the outside. I don't know how they do it. Apparently it was some like bigwig chef guy who's got like the best restaurant in Europe or whatever. Anyway, so I might go check out this big marble church, which is apparently the largest church in Scandinavia. There it is. This is where the royals get married. So yeah, I thought that tour was really good. We went to 5 bakeries that I would never have heard about or known about otherwise, and tried 5 different pastries which I wouldn't have tried if I just walked into a random bakery and picked one out. She said she's been doing this tour for a while, and she's sort of like, she hand selects what pastries she wants to do. Whatever's fresh, whatever's current, whatever's in the zeitgeist of the baking world. So no, I really liked it. That was with Lost with a Local. So would recommend. Now I've got some hours to kill in Copenhagen before I fly out tonight to Helsinki to meet JB. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Alright, let's go see what the view's like at the top of that tower. Alrighty. Okay, that cost 60 crown to get in. I think that's $15. I don't know. Seems like an easy incline, honestly. Not bad. No steps, it's all ramp. This is that hollow core. Oh, jeez. This tiny little alcove. So far, there's a few little stops on the way, including like an art exhibition, the bell tower, a view of the church that's attached to, and toilets. Most importantly, clean, free toilets. That's the marble church I just walked from. It's windy, but the view's good. Okay, I decided to check out Rosenborg Castle because that's where the treasury is, where they store the royal crown jewels. And you know, I love my Queen Mary, our Aussie gal, and I'm gonna go check out her jewels. So Rosenborg is a 400-year-old Renaissance palace built by Christian IV. And I think they just used it as like, sometimes it was the summer palace or the winter palace, and then they went off to the other palaces. There's a lot of palaces. I don't know how they keep track of all their palaces. Whoa.
The other style that was very much in fashion of the Renaissance. Rococo, and there's
Fancy schmancy desk. This is the king's toilet. Great. Oh, this is creepy. Oh my god. What? This is the family tree.
There's an arrow pointing down here.
Whoa. Ooh, check out that chess set. That's a lot of puffs. Mirrors on the ceiling and the floor and the walls. Wonder what they were doing in that room. So this is the Great Hall. There's 12 tapestries showing Christian V's victories in the Danish-Swedish Scanian War. I don't even know what that war is. Oh my god. And their thrones are down this end, guarded by 3 silver lions. And the thrones are made of like ivory and narwhal tusk. Yikes. Kind of looks like Chino. Narwhal tusk, that's crazy. This is a sword used for coronations. Yikes. Fancy. Now we're talking. Look at that. Wowzers. This baptismal set has been used by all royal children since 1671. Look at those jewels. Oh my god. You're joking. It's Mary's jewels. So that was Rosenborg Castle. I thought it was a nice little visit. Lots of jazzy decor in that palace. And it was nice to see Mary's bling. So I think that'll about do me for Copenhagen. Pretty cool city. I've enjoyed it. Freezing and expensive, but oh well, it's a cool city. Alright, I'll see you in Helsinki!